Welcome back, Westover. Happy Wednesday. If you followed along last week, I started talking about the concept of core stability, how our core muscles' primary job is not to create motion, but rather resist motion and to stabilize our rib cage, our pelvis, and most importantly, our lumbar spine. Now, I gave you guys a handful of what I would consider baseline and foundational exercises and positions to master before you move on to more advanced core training. Today's episode is for my people who have mastered the basics. You're saying, hey, I'm over here rocking a perfect plank position, breathing deep, and I just read a full chapter in my murder mystery novel. Or hey, I got the hollow hold going on, hands overhead, rock steady, and I just made it through half an episode of my favorite Netflix show, and I didn't even have to stop and rest. All right, you've mastered the basics. You're ready for something a little bit tougher. So I'm going to dive in here with a few exercises here. We're going to talk about how we can take these foundational exercises that I talked about last week and progress them to make them a little bit harder. Also introduce a few new exercises, all the while still focusing on the concept, again, of core stability, training our core muscles to stabilize our midsection so that we can go through life and do the things we need to do. Go to the gym, lift some heavy weights, bend over to pick up our baby or a box of papers, whatever it is, so we can go out and rule the day, own the day, and we can go through life minimizing our risk of back injury and back pain, which is a big part of the game right here. So let's dive into some of these new exercises and go take a look.
The easiest way to progress the plank is by removing one or two bases of support. Simply lift an arm or leg off the ground several inches. This now adds a rotational demand to the plank. The key here is to remain as rigid through the torso as possible and keep the hips still. I often tell people to imagine a glass of their favorite beverage is sitting on their back. If they don't keep their torso locked in, the glass will spill. Before lifting off an arm or leg, think about firing the abs hard and digging your toes and elbows into the ground to ramp up tension and keep you stable. We can adjust our foot width to make this exercise harder or easier. Wider feet give us a wider base of support, thus making it easier to stabilize our torso. We can take this plank position up to the hands and do shoulder taps. I like this drill because it challenges our core stability in the push-up position. Remember, you have a glass of your favorite drink on your back. Don't spill any. The dead bug resembles our hollow body position, but instead of keeping everything still, we add movement through our extremities. We want our torso position to be the same as the hollow body hold. Lift the shoulder slightly off the ground and maintain that natural but not excessive arch in the low back. We can progress the dead bug by using objects such as a foam roller, yoga block, or exercise ball. As you reach out, try to squeeze the ball as hard as you can between your stationary arm and leg. Try to pop it. With this drill, we are consciously trying to create high levels of tension in our abs by squeezing the ball. We can also add in a rotational challenge by extending our same side arm and leg together. I consider the suitcase carry one of the most practical and functional core exercises. By holding a weight on one side of our body as we walk, we have to resist lateral flexion of the spine, similar to a side plank. Stand tall with great posture as you walk, and don't let that weight pull you to the side. As you start to go heavier, you'll notice this exercise lights up your entire body. While the hip bridge is typically thought of as a glute development exercise, it also teaches us how to maintain neutral alignment between the rib cage, low back, and pelvis. As we bridge up, it is crucial that we move only through our hips and not our low back. Imagine there is a rope connecting your sternum and belly button together. Don't stretch or break the rope. Keep those abs turned on as you fire the glutes and lift. Often unrealized, the glutes are considered part of the core and play an important role in maintaining proper torso position. The pull-off press or anti-rotation press is one of my go-to core exercises. This drill puts us in a standing position to resist rotation, thus having great transfer to everyday activities and sport. Take an athletic, slightly wider than shoulder width stance. Knees can be bent or straight, but ensure that you have good posture in your upper body. Think chest out, shoulders back, eyes looking straight ahead. Press your hands straight out from your chest and then return in a controlled fashion. The cable will try to twist and turn your body, and we must resist that rotation and keep everything locked in straight, hence the name anti-rotation press. This drill can also be done with exercise bands. The farther you step out and stretch the band, the more challenging it will be. The pull-off press is one of those exercises that doesn't look like much at first, but as soon as people try it, their eyes light up in surprise. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you'll start incorporating some of these exercises into your regular workout. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.